Brad, we've got a very special episode today. We talk about recruiting a lot, but it's not often that we get to talk to a prospective Syracuse athlete. We get to do that today, talking to Zyir Daniel. It's all on Locked On Syracuse, and it's right now.
Are Locked On Syracuse, your daily podcast on the Syracuse Orange, part of the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day.
Matt Bonaparte, Brad Klein, and now Zyir Daniel with you on Locked On Syracuse. Thanks for making Locked On Syracuse your first listen every day. We are free and available wherever you get your podcast. Zyir, thanks so much for coming on today, friend.
No problem, no problem. How's it going?
It's going very, very well. It's even better that we have you on the pod today.
Yes,
Brad, this is very exciting for us. We talk about recruiting a lot, but not often that we get to talk to recruits. So we appreciate you coming on, Zyir. First question I have for you is, with the recruiting process, you're going into your senior year now in the fall.
sir.
You've probably heard a lot about it as you went through high school, of a highly touted recruit in your area. What has it been like compared to what your expectations were of the process?
I knew it was gonna be tough like going into it, like my senior year, still have no offers. I know like a lot of people right now like don't have offers yet and they're still pushing my junior year. I know there's one guy, he's a senior, he didn't start getting offers until last month and now he's committed. So I know you have to keep grinding, have a positive mindset and just keep pushing, keep going, because eventually it's gonna come.
Is that the type of thing that you've taken pride in taking the bull by the horns as far as your recruiting? Because I know that you're out there, you're trying to push your tape and make a name for yourself.
Yes, sir. I'm almost at every camp. I went to probably like 5 camps in the last week, 2 weeks. So I've been grinding, trying to get my name out there to these coaches, everybody else. A bunch of film right now. Just trying to get out there. So yes, sir.
We know you took part in the Syracuse camp pretty recently. It's kind of been the buzz around Syracuse football right now. How was your experience with the coaches and the players there?
Man, my experience, it was great. Like the coaches, like the love was good, the vibe was good. It was hype. It wasn't dull at all. Like it really motivates you, and I felt like I really like stood out at that camp too. Like I did pretty well. But yeah, the love was great. Everything was great. I love to like have a tour up there. Visit the coaches another time. Like it was real good.
Have you ever been to Syracuse? Sorry, I'm just curious.
My advice is if you go to Syracuse, you got to pick the right time because the weather is not your friend.
I got you. So you said, have I been to Syracuse?
Have you been to upstate New York ever?
Upstate New York? Nah, I've never been to upstate New York before. No, that's actually my first time being there. Yes, sir.
So you said you got to interact with the coaches a little bit. Did you get any time with Dino?
I talked to him a little bit. I really didn't get a lot of time. I know I spoke to all the coaches like West, DB coaches. I didn't really have a lot of time to speak to all the coaches, but yeah, I definitely talked to him a little bit.
So you also talked about you interacted with some players. Who stood out to you on this team? We know you're listed as defensive end in a lot of places, but with your size, you could kind of go anywhere you want.
Like linebacker, hybrids type of, yeah.
So who did you talk to?
I mainly talked to like the D-line coach, the coach I was with, the coach I was with majority of the time. That's mainly who I was talking to, because I was mainly talking to him.
Where do you see yourself? You have this kind of pivot point right now in your career because you can play different positions, but I feel like in college, you're going to probably dedicate yourself to one. So where would you like to see yourself play?
I probably won't dedicate myself to one in college, but definitely will be like a hybrid, like DN, third down, like linebacker, definitely like inside, outside linebacker and DN. I definitely see myself doing that.
And we know you going to school at Calvert Hall,
Yes,
of
sir.
course, where Sean Tucker also went to high school. What is the vibe at Calvert Hall in terms of what has Sean Tucker created any kind of pipeline to where if you're pretty good at football, there's a good chance you're going to want to go to Syracuse?
I mean, just like Syracuse, Calvert Hall, they motivate you. It's a great vibe. that's what I'm getting off at Syracuse. But right now, Calvert Hall is really good motivation, really good coaches, really good teachers. They all motivate you to do better. That's why I chose to go here because I knew where they're going to push me. So, but yeah, like I said, it's really, really good motivation, help you push. And I feel like I got really better going there too, like academically and like athletics too. So.
I know you didn't overlap with Sean at Calvert Hall. You just transferred this past year, but is there any overlap as far as his communication with the program and him being in touch with the coaches and maybe trying to carve something out in terms of not necessarily a Syracuse pipeline, but a mentorship into the next level?
I know he came to one of our games a while back, but otherwise, I really don't know. It's just the first support he came to one of our games.
Gotcha. Um, and 24/7 Sports doesn't have you ranked as any stars right now, but do
Yeah.
you see yourself? What would you give yourself in terms of a star ranking?
Well, I give myself, um, I really never really thought of that, but I give myself, I mean, probably a 3 star, 2 star, 3 star, nothing too high, but I definitely think I'm a D1 material. So,
I love that confidence from you, Zaire.
just
Well, you're saying 2 3 star. There's room for improvement. Where would you focus your attention to as far as improvement? What parts of your game do you feel like you need to address before or even during college?
During college, I definitely work on my get off. My get off is okay. That's really my main attribute. My technique, run fits during game, but mainly I shine during pass rush. But that's really what I need to work on. And towards end game is like run fits and stuff like that.
And through the eyes of a recruit and going through this process, when you see a school like Syracuse has a little bit of interest in you, what is enticing about Syracuse other than that it's kind of a brand name school, a Power 5 school? What
Mhm.
other about the campus or the program specifically? You see guys going to the NFL here, there. What is great about a Syracuse interest?
I mean, Syracuse has one of my majors I want to have academically is they have like a top 5 business program, really good business program. That's going to be my major in college is business. So I think that really, in that academic standpoint, really like I really want to go there because of that, and also football. So yeah, I feel like I really will fit in going to Syracuse. So.
Zaire, I kind of want to take the audience through the timeline here because what
Mhm.
you've done and what you're doing is unbelievable. So now, correct me if I'm wrong. You've only been playing for 3 years. Is that right?
Like 2.5, 3 years, yeah.
2.5, 3 years, and now
Mhm.
you're on the radar getting camp invites to D1 Power 5 schools. First of all, congratulations. But
Thank you, sir.
what was it that made you pretty late decide, okay, not only am I going to play football, but I'm going to dedicate myself to football?
I mean, I know my coach, my Colorado coach, Coach Ward, he definitely like influenced me, but it was my old school coach that really told me to get into football because I was playing basketball. I really wasn't into football like that. But then I feel like I could really be good at football, so I might as well give that a shot too. And then Coach Ward helped me like get into school, push me to be where I am today. He pushed me to be great and be good, better. So I think I still need work and stuff to prove on, but I think I'm on the right track. Like Kelbral definitely helped me.
Let me just take a quick break for our sponsor. Listen, if you want to end up like Zyir Daniel and you want to potentially play some college football, you're going to need protein in that process.
Yes,
Built
sir.
Bar can supply you that protein, 17 grams of it. And let's talk about an entirely new flavor. They call this one mud pie. That's insane. I mean, this is ridiculousness. Our friends at Built, they're always coming out with new amazing flavors. Mud pie is the newest one. Chocolate mousse, whipped cream, cookies and cream crumble. Come on. They're getting hilarious with these names now. Stop drooling, all right? Get to built.com. Order yourself a box of mud pie.
Pause.
That's an insane
Pause.
name.
Pause.
Go to built.com. Use promo code LOCK15. Get 15% off your order. Use promo code LOCK15 at 15% off.com. I can't believe they go with a name like Mud Pie. That's
Yeah,
incredible from Built.
yeah.
They're
Hey,
just changing the
Zaire,
game at every turn.
Zyir also transitioning from basketball to football. Had he stayed with basketball, who knows? Maybe he'd be involved in the ultimate NBA mock draft starting on June 16th with over 50 insiders. Nothing equals the ultimate NBA mock draft. The Locked On NBA Big Board Draft experts plus the Odyssey insiders. First pick is June 16th. Search Ultimate NBA Mock Draft and follow now so you don't miss a single pick. Oh man, we're talking to Zyir Daniel, and now we're talking about Built Bar and Mud Pie.
That got me
My
good.
bad.
I can't believe they went in that turn. Listen, Built Bar's always changing the game. They're always elevating their game, just like Zaire is. All right, Zaire, I want to know about what you're like in the gym. Okay, everybody knows that you've got to be a great athlete to play college football. You're listed at 6'2", 230, so you're not a small kid. What has been your favorite part of being in the gym with your teammates? What is the chemistry building act that supports?
My favorite part is my teammates is my strength and conditioning coach, Coach Myron Flowers and Kevin Laveroni. They definitely push you too. It's really push you every day in the gym. It's crazy. I love my favorite part. What we do is benching, and then we superset that with curls. Everything isn't to failure. It push your mindset not to quit. Like we do like 25 push-ups after every set. It's my favorite set is definitely the benching. Right now I'm doing 225 for 13. Nothing too shabby, not too good, not too bad. Yeah, that's probably my favorite stuff we do at the gym.
You mentioned before we're talking a little bit about Zyir Daniel right now and his recruitment, and I want to go back towards the Syracuse angle of it a little bit because you went to the Syracuse camp. Syracuse is interested, waiting for an offer. Fingers crossed, knock on wood. But what is right now the perception around the program for kids your age, not only at Calvert Hall, but just nationwide? What does a Syracuse offer mean right now? Syracuse has been kind of an up and down program recently. So, what is Syracuse in your eyes?
In my eyes, I will be like very blessed to receive an offer from Syracuse, and I love to have offers from Syracuse. And I feel like for all the people at my school right now that don't have offers, it'll definitely inspire them to like keep working. Like the people my age in the same position as me, that's kind of late to receive offers. Like it'll definitely inspire them to keep working, not to quit, and stuff like that.
So, kind of like Brad mentioned, Syracuse has been up and down in the last few seasons. We just graduated from Syracuse this past spring, and in our
Not
time,
from
our
Whitman.
freshman
The
year,
Whitman people are way smarter
yes,
than us.
not from Whitman. Our freshman year, they went 10-3, won that bowl game, and then
Mhm.
after that, won a combined 11-24 over the next 3 seasons, which objectively isn't good. But you now have an opportunity if you get there to turn that around. But the other thing that kind of supports is that there's also potential that you're going to have more of an opportunity at that school. Is that something that you see? And he's gone just like that. He was so offended
That's
by
all
my
right.
question.
That's all
He
right.
was gone. Well,
He's
I think we'll
gone.
get him back.
I
I
think
think
we'll
we'll
get him
probably
back.
get him back in a second. Um, but hey, wow, that he's
Oh,
back. All right.
he's back. All right, let's
But
bring him in. Zaire, we scared you.
Oh, there you are. You're
Get all
back,
those
Zaire.
notifications. I'm trying to. Yeah, I need to stop touching this thing. All right.
That's all right. We forgive you. We forgive
Do you
you.
need me to repeat, or do you remember what I said?
Yeah. Can you repeat yourself, please?
Sure. I was saying Syracuse has been up and down the last couple of years, but that maybe means you'll have more of an opportunity to play more there. What does
Mhm.
that mean in terms of what Syracuse is as an offer?
I mean, I love to get more reps at Syracuse right now, but like as an offer, it definitely would help. I love to get an offer. I probably would. I definitely would go to Syracuse. Like I said, as a lot of things, a lot of I'm trying to say a lot of things. I would definitely go there for. Not
Sure.
just for the athletic standpoint.
How would you feel about the JUCO route if it came to that? Would that be something that you are opposed to and you'd rather go to a program that offers you, or you would hold out for a better offer?
I mean, I definitely would go JUCO. I mean, I don't see a problem with doing that, honestly. But I don't think I need to go that route because I still have another year to go. Yeah, not actually year and a half to go. I definitely have another year to go. But I definitely don't think I need to go JUCO. But I don't see a problem going JUCO. I mean, yes, sir.
Yeah, there's no problem going JUCO. Plenty of great names have gone JUCO. Jermaine Johnson, of course, Last Chance U, but also Cam Newton went to Blinn College, I believe, in
Mhm.
College Station. Ended up going to Auburn. So plenty of JUCO guys, and then similar Cody Roscoe is 2-star, went to McNeese State for a few years, and then went over to Syracuse and had one of the greatest seasons that anybody could have hoped for last season out of him. So that was definitely something else that kind of supports that. What has been during this whole experience the most kind of surreal thing where you're just kind of like, wow, I am going to play college football probably?
Like when I go to camps, I'm going against these like 3-star tackles. Like it's and I'm actually winning these reps. It's just like I feel like I'm definitely doing retail because of that. Also, like during our game, like our championship, I got the 2 last sacks, and I feel like I definitely could do an impact during these college schools and stuff like that.
When you go to a camp, not just Syracuse, and you're going to go to other camps, I'm sure, for other schools. When you go to a camp, what's your agenda and what's your mindset when you walk on the field? What are you trying to prove?
And I'm trying to impress these coaches. I'm trying to get these coaches to look at me. Like my mindset is like, shoot. I ain't trying to cuss. I'm trying to think of
Please do not cuss.
way. I'm trying to think of a PG-13 way. Just walk in there and do my thing. Just walk in and do my thing. Impress these coaches. Try to just impress these coaches basically.
I have a gut feeling that the non-PG or PG-13 version of that is very different. So after this, you got to let us know. You got to. Uh-oh. No, he's gone. We scared him again.
I think he's still here. That screen's just black.
Oh.
I don't know. Zyr's having some technical difficulties.
Zyir, blink twice if you can hear us.
That doesn't help.
Doesn't help at all. All right, for the people listening on Spotify, Zyir Daniel is now gone, we think. We think he's gone.
Is
Black
he back?
Screen. There he is.
He's
all
back.
Right, Zyir. We're working on it here. We don't know what's going on, but you're here again. Take 4, I guess.
Oh, we can't hear you now.
No, we can't hear you. All right. How's your sign language? All right, Zyir, we're gonna give it a shot here to try to salvage this. We have heard from Zyir for a little while now, and he's saying some great things about his recruitment, and we're trying to get him going. He's still on the screen, so he's still with us.
Zyir, I think you got to leave and come back.
Oh, we're sorry, Zyir. But you know what? Resilience. And I'm sure Syracuse sees that resilience in Zyir.
True.
Daniel.
If there are some SU coaches out there, I bet you they took some notes just and said, hey, the kid's going through some adversity right now. And here he's coming back.
All right. There we go.
Let's go!
He's back, just like that. If you don't want this guy on your team, I don't know who you are, okay? Look at that resilience. He fought through adversity right there.
Oh, man. That's awesome. All right, Zyir.
Well,
so let me ask you a question. When you were booted from the stream for the 3rd time, what was your mindset?
I just got a phone call and I couldn't hear you guys, so I tried to hang up and then yeah.
We're not going to keep you much longer. Whoever is calling, you can call them back soon. But so right now, what are your takeaways? You mentioned your mindset and the PG version of your mindset for camp. Now, we go back to the Syracuse camp. How would you evaluate your performance there? And if you can try to put yourself into the mindset of the Syracuse coaches, what do you think you accomplished at that camp?
I definitely accomplished the hustle because I was like the first one at almost every station and definitely was the first one to the one-on-ones. I was the first one to get reps. So I definitely showed hustle and effort, and that's probably the main thing they want to see. And of course, they want to see, get off and et cetera, other stuff like that. But the main thing they probably want to see is effort. And I definitely showed effort at that camp. So
another question I have for you, Zyir, in terms of your potential college career and the prospectivity of it. Have you reached out to any current or former college athletes to get some advice during this process? Or if not, who has given you the most advice during this process?
I know some college kids and some kids right now. I've been messaging, it messaged me too, to, help them, support them, in some type of way. But definitely, I try to support them. They try to support me to give motivation, especially people that don't have offers right now. Tell them to keep going. It's going to come, push each other. And what was the last part you said?
Well, if you have reached out to anybody,
Oh,
who, and if not, who has been your mentor?
Oh, my mentor, that was my mentor. I feel like my dad. He definitely been like he been driving all these places. Like it isn't. He been really working hard with me too because he been at every camp I've been at. He been especially like he been driving. Like Syracuse is not close. He went to Syracuse to Buffalo. That's like 8 hours of driving, 6 hours, 8 hours driving, and it's like a lot of driving and like he been really supporting me and my mentor, and that's what helped me to keep pushing also.
Always
Yeah,
got to appreciate that.
Syracuse isn't close, but it's worth the trip once you get there, especially at the right point in time with the seasons and the weather. I have one more question for you here, and we talked a little bit about your game and who you are as an X's and O's player. You mentioned the word versatility a lot, but for the
Mhm.
people listening and watching, what is your player comparison? Just give me a player that you see yourself in, whether it be in the NFL or in college football, just someone that you maybe even try to replicate.
College, definitely Michael Parsons right now, and NFL probably like Von Miller, something like that. And Aaron Donald definitely when I have to play like D tag or D or inside interior, definitely because both have a lot of pass rush technique. So that's probably be like my college, more Michael Parsons because he's had more of my build, but I really don't have any other college references. But yeah,
That's great. Well, that's Zyir Daniel, 2023
sure.
recruit, and Syracuse is just trying to bolster their defense, and Zyir might be a good addition. We appreciate you making Locked On Syracuse your first listen every day. Now go make Locked On NBA Big Board Podcast your second listen. Rafael Barlow, Richard Stamen, Sam Ferris, Leaf Thulin, giving fans an in-depth look into the biggest prospects, the latest player rankings, and of course, big boards. Follow Locked On NBA Big Board every day on the Odyssey app, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcast. Brian Klein, Matt Bonaparte, we're signing off, and we'll see you tomorrow for more Syracuse talk.